Yeah, so check on Matt Donnelly. Check on Kinsey Schofield. Check on all the fake Hollywood insiders over at Variety and Deadline and Hollywood Reporter. Have them mark themselves as safe from their bullshit and their lies. Because didn't y'all say, but I thought, but you knew, but your sources, okay. I love Meghan's dress, by the way, and Harry's so tall and fine. And hi, Ted and Mrs. Yeah, I just wanted to post a petty thing. The Sussex Squad are bullies. Yes, we are, bitch. Yes, we are. Bye.
I love my people, Lady Rousey here. How y'all doing? All my new subscribers, you're welcome. And my returning subscribers, y'all know I love you. How y'all doing, family? I'm telling you, life is busy out here. Life is so busy. I got so extra busy right now. Because you remember, I had to train people for my new nonprofit and all those. And I have a court going on because of some people who just play with businesses around here. So I had a court, and the court is gonna be over on Friday. So that's gonna be my last day with this court stuff, and you probably won't see me in that court anymore. So guys, listen. When you see these people, these tabloids, when you see these haters, most of the times, don't say too much, too quick. Because guess what? They're always losing. And they are always losing. I don't know what is wrong with these people. But you know, it's the kind of people who actually have no shame. You know, the molecule of cells in a medulla oblongata, that kind of... What part of brain makes people feel that shame? Is it limbic system? And where's the limbic system at? Guys, stop making me speak scientific terms here. Stop making me use anatomy and physiology. Stop making me throw some medulla oblongata on people here. See that? The medulla oblongata? These people can't think straight. They came out here. Guess what? Ted Serrano blocked Meghan Sussexes. Meghan Sussexes and Harry, they just cannot be close to this family again. They cannot be close to Savard's daughter. Oh my goodness, they cannot be around this family because guess what? They are so terrible. They are banned from Netflix. But guys, I mean, listen, I do not want to give up. And I won't give up. Because this... where are these tabloids? Where is Kingsley Schofield? Where are the other ones? These tabloids. These terrible haters. These terrible racists. Where are they at? Did they happen to see this video? They saw those pictures floating around here. Did they see Ted Serrano? I told you that guy is our brother-in-law. Did you hear me? Yes. And I tell you, those men, once they go black, they don't come back. And I can guarantee you for sure, I tell you, we clean the house down here and we cook the meals. And guess who are the protectors of all the women of this universe? Us. Yes, I told you, we are. When we get those men of yours, they're looking at you no more. When we get them down here, we tell them sit down. That's a joke. We don't tell them sit down. We actually respect the hell out of them. We take care of them. We cook for them. We clean. And I tell you, we clean everywhere. Yes, we do. That's what these black queens do here. Our mamas taught us well. Oh yeah, they taught us actually. They even taught us how to wash our bodies. Did your mama teach you how to wash your body? Scrub them feet. Where y'all guys at? Where them tabloids at? They got nothing to say. Because you know what they stand for? They stand for hate. They are hateful people. Broke, hateful, cheap, lack every single thing, lack humanity. How do you sit down there hating on people to pay your bills? I mean, what are you teaching your daughters? What are you teaching your sons, Piers Morgan? What are you guys teaching about Tom Bauer? All this trash. What are you teaching your descendants? That hating on innocent people is a good thing? Hating on pretty women that you guys could not produce, you couldn't date, you couldn't do anything, you could not compare your daughters to, you could not compare your wives to, you couldn't compare yourselves to. I can't stand y'all. These derangers with derangement syndrome. I do not want to give some diagnosis that does not belong to this pathophysiology. I mean, guys, I love you. I'm going to pop in and out. I'm keeping my eyes on in here. And thank you to my brother, my king, Baron Sussexes with the Royal Sussexes. Y'all go bless my brother there. I appreciate you, brother. Love you very much. And keep it up. And we do appreciate you. Yeah, all the black queens out here, we rooting for you. And we do appreciate you. We love you. And we always gonna be there checking your videos no matter what. I'll be so exhausted at night coming home after a long day. But guess what, brother? I'm watching you. Yes, that's my brother Baron with Royal Sussexes. Y'all guys go bless the brother. Share his video so we could get him at least one of those silver plates. My brother is keeping me informed here. I'd love you very much, Baron Sussexes. And Lydia Washington, Cookies and Creams, Connie Bama, Family Chef Sandy, Lakiva McGee, my Queen Reba Henderson, my Queen Joyce Anderson, my Queens, all of y'all guys. I love you all very much. I do miss y'all guys, and I haven't forgotten about you. You know, life is life, and I'm a teacher right now at my company, trying to build this company here so we could help the poor, so we could get blessed. Okay, do not forget to go to all the other success friendly channels. Go to my Queen Dominic, that's Duchess D of AZ. Let's try to get the sisters some big numbers right there. Okay, Duchess D of AZ, I appreciate you and thank you for all those wonderful videos. I love you. So family, I'm gonna talk to you guys again in a few more days. I'll check in. I love you. Have a good day.
Morning friends, happy Saturday. How the heck are you doing? And kind of at the end of Harry and Meghan's little jaunt to Australia, I wanted to kind of find an image that encapsulates everything they've achieved and encapsulates how they look and how people reacted to them in the Lounge Down Under. And I actually chose this one. Shame that Harry's not on it. And it was really difficult because every single shot they looked kind, happy, relaxed people, absolutely unbothered by the world and absolutely loving their own life. I stuck with this one. Meghan looks absolutely fabulous. Invited to a podcast, but the truth is, I could have chose any. Her appearance on MasterChef for no money and where she didn't plug her own products was an absolute masterclass in helping the general public all over the world to understand how you really are. Meghan could have charged an obscene amount of money to appear on that programme. She did it for free, and she was brilliant. Literally brilliant. It wasn't a sales vehicle for her own products or for us ever. She was just herself. A brilliant jaunt, lots of good done, show up, do good. They showed the world who they really are. The media have lost the battle against Harry and Meghan. My opinion's not important, yours is. Comments are open. Let me know what you think.
Prince Harry said out of his own mouth he never wanted to be a royal.
But for me, after my mum died just before my 13th birthday, I don't want this job. I don't want this role. Wherever this is headed, I don't like it. It killed my mum, and I was very much against it. And I stuck my head in the sand for years, fingers in the ears, blah, 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 blah. Don't want it.
He said after losing Princess Diana, he looked at the system and said no. He saw what it did to her. He didn't want that life. He checked out for years because he already knew what the job was. So stop rewriting history. Harry was not dragged out. He already didn't want it. He later decided to use his platform differently. That's the shift. That's why he built things like the Invictus Games. Real work with real purpose and impact. Not just a photo op and ribbon cutting. He said service helped him. Being around that community reset him. That's where he gets his energy from. Now, let's address the part people keep ignoring. Look at Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales. They're now taking breaks. They work less than King Charles and Princess Anne. And don't give me Kate is recovering from cancer bullshit. Charles is too, and he's older. Maybe, just maybe, royalty isn't the flex royalists make it out to be. It is not a fairy tale. Harry said it. His actions back it up. So blaming Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, makes no sense. Some of you just need someone to blame because your little brain with the low IQ thinks in obtuse linear ways, devoid of critical thinking. He told you he didn't want it. He showed you he didn't want it. He built a life away from it. That's the reality. Get over it. And that's the read. If you like your tea hot, save a seat and follow for more. This is the Notorious JTB, notoriously opinionated, signing out.
Then Harry walked up to me, he grabbed my arm and he said, "You're always smiling, you're always smiling." And I said, "Well, that's because I'm happy to see you, Harry."
Harry, look at you. Paul, your name's Paul, right? You're still smiling. Are we friends? Yes, we are.
There was a moment where a stack of people at an engagement were sort of leaning in to get selfies with them. And I thought, oh, bugger it, I'll just get a selfie. And I didn't ask them about it, and I was a couple of metres ahead of them. I didn't need them to pose or be involved. It was just, here's a shot of me, and behind me somewhere, there they are. But then Harry walked up to me, and he said, "No, but whenever I see you, you look so happy." And I said, "Oh, that's just because we're happy to have you in town, mate." He said, "I like your tie." Somehow it got beaten up, Tash, into a whole big tabloid story that had me gate crashing them and causing chaos, and that Harry was upset with me, and I'd broken protocol by getting a photo with him. All false and all infuriating. But I guess it's a glimpse into their world where a moment is turned into something that it's not. But then
Sometimes getting your pen and paper and writing a handwritten note is the most impactful way to break down any barrier, whether you're talking to a duchess or your mate across the street.
And we know she loves a handwritten note too. Hey, Elliot, very quickly, a lot of these outfits are available for purchase, and Meghan sort of owns some of the AI fashion platform called One Off, so people can already shop her looks.
Yes, they can. So Meghan's invested in this AI platform in where the AI technology is identifying in real time essentially what celebrities are wearing. So what has happened previously, like affiliate marketing links aren't new to market. They've been around for a very long time. A lot of influencers in Australia will put up their outfits on their various social media platforms and then tag their affiliate marketing. What Meghan's done is gone a step further. So now AI is actually identifying in real time her outfits so that consumers can actually shop what they're wearing. In doing my research here, like any AI, there is, like some clunkiness to it. But Meghan, obviously being an investor, her team is actually working very closely to make sure that there is 100% accuracy across what she's wearing. ultimately, the Meghan effect has not gone anywhere. Whether you love her or you hate her, people are loving what she's wearing and people want to buy it in real time. And so brands like Friends with Frank, for example, were very conscious of that and made sure that when they knew that this was happening, that the stock was either on pre-order or ready to shop right now. And people like all these independent Aussie designers are selling out like hotcakes.
Yeah. It's really amazing. Pick up on Harry's outfit, the chambray shirt. I mean, I'm interested. I'm a buyer. I'm in the market.
I mean, Dr. Chris Brown in that nice chambray shirt and that like nice little chocolate brown trousers could actually look quite nice, mate. But I don't feel like it's creative enough. I feel like you kind of wear this day to day anyway. Maybe we need to get you in some Friends with Frank.
Yeah,
it is scarily on brand.
You know what, Julia from Friends with Frank, that is so smart. What you just did, so good. And you know what? Even if people hate on it, they'll still buy the trench. Elliot, thank you so much for that. We're checking with.
At Bondi Beach, Meghan Markle and her own Prince Charming.
How's it feel to be back in Sydney?
Oh, it's great to be back. Wonderful.
Stepping out in the Sydney sun.
Everyone be careful, don't get it.
It was shoes and socks off and straight for the sand. Watching lifesavers do what lifesavers do. But the biggest splash here came from Meghan herself. A Bondi hit from go to woe. And at times getting lost in a whole sea of selfies.
She's cuddling babies.
Harry was a hit here too. And full of sovereign swagger.
Harry, good to see some English. Good to see some English, sir.
Earlier, a private moment with the survivors and the saviours of the massacre on the sand. Whether face-to-face or on the phone, the royal touch from a healing hand.
Beautiful that they've come and making an effort.
We're just here to support the lifeguards. Everything that they did on that day and every day is just epic.
We feel very bonded because we've been through such an awful ordeal.
From the surf to the city and Circular Quay, hands up for photos with the right ready royals.
We're on a girls' trip from Hobart, so there's 21 of us ladies here.
Who's from Tassie here?
It was up close and personal to a degree.
I can't give you a kiss.
But for Michelle Hayward, a very special hug.
Seems to last forever. That was Mum.
That was your mum.
Michelle is the daughter of Daphne Dunn, a royal rouser from way back. She met with Prince Harry 3 separate times until at age 99, her own time was up.
She had an incredible life.
He made those last years of her life so special. Very special moment for me personally.
A moment to remember on a day she won't forget. Then, on the harbour, all aboard the Invictus Express. Harry and Meghan shooting the breeze with veterans the charity the Prince fought for and founded.
They make us feel so comfortable sitting with them. It was sort of like catching up with old friends.
And what a fitting event to do on the final day of the tour, sailing on Sydney Harbour and visiting our very own crown jewel, the Opera House. Awesome. It was 3 cheers for the Royals on a day when too much of these two was never enough.
Easy.
Thank you.
Sam Payne, 7 News.
And 7 News is looking inside the tour that's caused a bit of controversy. The 7 News special, Harry and Meghan, Victory or Vanity, airs on Sunday at 9 p.m. after Spotlight on 7 and 7+.
What's been your highlight so far? Have you enjoyed it?
Yes,
what a beautiful day. Oh, it's so special.
We did hear a little whisper that Harry and Meghan might be here this morning, so we thought we'd come down and check it out.
I'm very excited. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex have met with survivors of last year's Bondi Beach terror attack, in which 15 people lost their lives. Emergency responders also met the couple on the final day of their Australia visit. Our reporter Simon Atkinson is there and can tell us more about what they've been doing. Simon, good afternoon to you. Looks like you've got more sunshine than we have at the moment.
Good afternoon.
How's this going down?
Yeah, look, I mean, nothing's gone wrong on this trip so far as you can tell. So I think, you know, it's been pretty good so far for the Duke and Duchess. This is the final day of 4, a pretty short trip here in Australia. As you said, they kicked off the day at Bondi, meeting survivors of that terrible shooting just before Christmas. And then it was down to the Opera House to meet a few people who'd come along to say hello. They took some selfies. and they got on a boat and sailed around the harbour with some members of the Invictus Australia organisation, which Prince Harry founded more than a decade ago. So only a couple more things left on their schedule. One of them happening behind me very shortly. It's Meghan attending the opening of a three-day girls' weekend. We understand she's only going for a couple of hours, but about 300 women have bought tickets to go to this very exclusive event. Tickets cost about £1,750 for the weekend. You do get a photograph with Meghan for that, though. And so quite a lot of excitement. We've seen lots of people wandering in the last few minutes. It's the sort of thing that she could never have done as a royal member of the royal family, but of course they're here as private citizens. They're not working royals, and so they can do these commercial things as well as all the other activities they do with charities and other organisations.
Simon, thanks very much for that. Simon Atkinson there for us.
Time now is...
Some new pictures just in of the final day of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's tour of Australia. You're looking at video just in of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex at Bondi Pavilion. Meghan taking a moment to greet some royal watchers and even the fairy kind. Later this morning, the couple will head to the Opera House and sail around Sydney Harbour.
I don't give a shit about the royal family. I really don't. I am shocked that the viciousness in which they attacked her, and then we've got Nonce Andrew over there fucking in the backseat Andy.
Yeah.
Like, what? Save your fucking vitriol for him.
Well, this is my thing. Okay, 2 points here. For the English people, like the people that live in Great Britain, that are awful, horrific people to Meghan Markle, I'm like, don't be such a loser. Why are you obsessed with this monarchy? Harry, we all thought he was going to be the bad boy of our time and he settled down with the woman he loves. Just let them lie. If you are living in Australia or any other Commonwealth country and you are going to be a fucking to her because she exists, stop sucking King Charles's like that. It's so embarrassing. Don't do that. I hate it. Please. It's so embarrassing. You're so busy. How do you get it all done in a day?
All right, good to see some English. You don't sound very English.
Oh, okay.
There goes. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, and I said he's very good at twirling. Here we go.
Very good.
Great job. The most perfect dress to twirl in. Oh, no. Oh, my God.
Oh, look at this. Norman's budget's not this.
Yeah, well, we've seen you in them already, so we thought, I've seen you in some thongs. It'd be great to get you guys in some thongs. And continue that tradition of you guys come to Australia, we have something big, so you want to come back. So, thanks very much for coming. Love having you.
Yes. Well, he's like, you know.
Yeah.
That was your present.
Yeah. Can we see you then?
Good day, Max. Good day. I love this. Thank you so much.
They will go well with my...
Look at this day. It's really turned it on. Day 4 of their tour, and they're here. They're just doing a turnaround right now. They're sailing with the Invictus Australia, and if you can see on board, I know we're from quite a distance, but Harry's talking to Invictus athletes. He actually set up the Invictus Games in 2014 to help soldiers with their rehabilitation, but obviously it's been a very busy day. The sun's been out, and here they are sailing in the open Sydney Harbour. The only ones around right now are a few other media boats. But it is all happening, and it's been very busy since they started this morning. They dropped by Bondi with an impromptu setup to talk to the lifesavers who were there at the Bondi attack, and obviously that was quite emotional for them inside before they went out, walking along the beach. You can hear the sounds. Everyone was so excited they were getting mobbed by fans. We even tried to speak to them. Take a listen.
How much better is Sydney than Melbourne, Harry?
Oh, I can't answer that question.
We've been covering that they were going to be doing these two events, the Opera House, sailing, and then the Waratah game tonight, but then also Bondi. That was where a lot of people were, a lot of fans, Tash, a lot of selfies, a lot of love, saying, we still love you, Meghan, we still love you, Harry, taking selfies, look after yourself. I did hear that a lot as well, but they were very chipper, they took time with everyone, and it was just a great morning for them all.
After a whirlwind 4-day visit, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are set to wrap up their tour on Sydney Harbour with a special Invictus event. Let's go straight to Alison Petrowski, who's on the harbour. Ali, they've been in Sydney for about 15 hours now. We understand that they are not too far away. We're first going to take you through some live pictures that are just coming into the newsroom. As you can see, those chopper shots showing the Harry, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, appearing there at outside Sydney Harbour at the moment. They're walking over. They've just got out of their vehicles. They're walking over to the crowd there. You can see a number of people in the crowd very, very happy to see them arriving there. They've gone straight over, of course, followed by all the media there as well, as we try and get those shots up for you. Okay, we're going to go straight to Alison Petrowski, who is there with the Duke and Duchess at the scene. Ali, if you can hear me, what's happening down there?
Royals come to town and there's a big crowd of people with mobile phones, so our reception is dodgy, but I am going to keep talking. Harry and Meghan have just arrived. They've pulled up out the front of the Opera House steps and they've made their way over to a crowd that have gathered by happenstance. Lots of people just walking around the Opera House this morning, hoping that they might catch a glimpse of Harry and Meghan, not really knowing what time they were going to be here. But the crowd behind me have absolutely nailed it. There's a throng of people now awaiting Harry and Meghan. I'm standing here on the Man O' War steps where Harry and Meghan should shortly come past me, and they are going to be doing a ceremony with Invictus Australia. Invictus Australia are going to be welcoming them officially to Sydney, handing over some thongs. So a very Australiana ceremony that is going to unfold here this morning.
Some pictures just into the newsroom of Meghan taking a stroll in Bronte. The Duchess of Sussex can be seen alongside her security team. They're all wearing their active wear as they hop into a Range Rover. Later today, Meghan and Prince Harry will head out on Sydney Harbour on the last day of their whirlwind Australia trip. The Bondi to Bronte. You can't visit Sydney without doing it, guys.
Except that it looks like they didn't even get to Bronte.
I know. From Bondi to...
You've got to commit. Do the whole thing.
Tamarama?
Tamarama, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think once you've got your coffee, you can tap out whenever you want.
Yeah, I suppose if you've got a car waiting, why not?
Yeah.
Sydney
turning on the good weather for her.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Stunning the weather's been, hasn't it, lately?
Absolutely.
Servants fulfill every royal need. Their very existence is to make sure everything is done as their masters want it, when they want it, and as often as they need it. And Prince Charles is one of the most demanding.
Charles it was a particular dish he likes to eat when he goes out hunting, which is softly boiled eggs and Scotch whisky, waiting for him when he comes back. But of course they never know when he's coming back. So a good half an hour before he's due back, they start boiling up a batch of 20 eggs for 3 minutes exactly. And then if he hasn't arrived in those 3 minutes, they throw them away. Then they start another batch and another batch, and you can get through 100 eggs before the Prince of Wales actually comes home.
Prince Charles is memo mad. With the Queen, instructions were verbally issued via the proper network. With Prince Charles, the big difference was that he went into this crazy system of memo writing, to the point where there's something that's dropped in the bin and you want it to be retrieved, ask the servant to pick it out of the bin. Prince Charles tended to write a letter saying, I think something's dropped in the bin, could you try and retrieve it for me?
Prince Charles also has a legendary temper, as his staff know to their cost. One of his later butlers was Ken Stronach, who sold stories to the press which revealed what his master was like to serve.
Charles and Ken Stronach were away for a weekend with friends, staying at a friend's house, and Charles was trying to put his own collar studs in, which he doesn't normally do for his formal shirt. And he dropped one of the studs and it sort of bounced around the sink and went down the plug hole. Charles was in a fury, just ripped the sink from the wall, threw it to the floor, shattered it into 1,000 pieces, retrieved the stud, and Ken had to put it in. And then when Ken had put it in, Charles grabbed him by the throat. Well, they said, you do understand, Ken, I just have to let this out. Well, Ken was so terrified he sort of backed out of the room, but he didn't know the geography of the room, so he backed into a cupboard and stayed there for 10 minutes before letting himself out.
The King likes to take his daily walks when he's at Highgrove. He likes to take his daily walkabout. He likes to give feedback to the staff. He likes to quiz them. In recent years, things have got very unhappy with the gardening team, the head gardening team at Highgrove. They have lost 11 out of the 12 gardeners since March 2022. That is a lot of staff. You don't turn down, you don't chuck in a job at Highgrove if you're a gardener. I don't imagine there are wonderful, lots and lots of gardening jobs going up, beautiful royal gardening kind of venues. Anyway, including head gardeners. Let me just read you what happened when he was doing a walkabout. And he was talking to a probationary gardener, so presumably a young lad or a trainee gardener. And the gardener made a factual error about a flower. And you know what King Charles said? Don't put that man in front of me again.
Joking.
It's really bullying behaviour. It's really, and I'm not an anti-monarchist at all. But this actually is, it catalogues really unpleasant behaviour, actually.